Hi everyone, Nick Kratikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor, and look, I'm back in the new studio. So the last couple of lives, due to it being so cold and me not wanting to hang around here, I've actually been filming at home in the old studio. So as you guys come in, in case you missed last night's video, I did show off, kind of by flipping my camera upwards, some of the supplies that we're still getting rid of, including buckets of Easter, painted grapevines. So if that's something you would care about getting, we are still giving away mystery boxes, so make sure that you text me to the number 978-396-9150. It's up in the description. If you are catching the replay, as always, let me know that you're here. Let me know that you're watching this, and hopefully you made it this far. Only 10 seconds in. But we're going to be designing an Easter-themed wreath. Hey, Lucy, nice to see you. Also, can you guys hear me okay? Let me know if you hear me. So we're actually going to be using an 18-inch oval. We haven't done too many designs with this, but I think for today's kind of concept with these pastels, the pinks, the yellows, the greens, it's going to look really nice. So you can also work in a sign, you could add other embellishments, but I think we're going to keep it simple with florals, greenery, and some unique sprays. So we're going to start with this. Hey, Michelle from Florida. I see some of you guys got your text. Yeah, let me know. We'll start with a set of longer tails. We'll cut them about 24 inches or so on either side. And then I want you guys to let me know. So as you come in, hi Ann, do you want to see a funky bow for this or a traditional bow? I think either would look pretty, but we'll hold off on doing that. Sound is great. Thank you, Sharon, for letting me know. Hey, Janet from Pennsylvania. In the meantime, while you guys let me know if you want to see a funky or traditional, we're going to work in some of our products. So today's display is going to be in the upper left-hand corner. I showed you guys these last week or so. We have them in purple, pink, green, and yellow. Item number of HE414129. These are only about $3.99 or so, give or take. And I want it to work in the yellow. So we're out of Forsythia, more's on its way, but this is going to do a great job of creating that, yellow effect. So this has some yellow and translucent glitter. It's got the grass, it's got the little ball sprays going up and down the stem, and I like it. So we'll start with one spray's worth. Coming down about yay far. So traditional, okay. Yeah, so it seemed like a lot of you guys didn't care about the color, or would like to actually see colored grapevines in mystery boxes. I thought some of you wouldn't like it, but we actually have probably 10, 15 painted grapevines that Dad painted, and I'm just not a fan of the color and the finish. Not to say that it's not nice, but it's just not going to work for me. So if you guys want free grapevines, let me know. Hands up. And we'll have Dad throw in those into the mystery boxes. He asked me if, you guys wanted them, and I figured I'd ask you first before we just threw them in. Even though it's, free's free, any supplies. I think most of you guys would say, I don't care what it is. I would just love to win. So here's our second spray. Look at how much just one spray did. Did a great job of coverage. Now we'll start working in a few more pieces going uphill. So again, let me know the bow, either funky or traditional for tonight. And I think that might be enough. I mean, we could stick this piece here. Let's do that. I was figuring it'll take 3. So Alex actually removed 3 from the quantity, but look, didn't 2 give us the effect? Wow, free grapevines, yes. Hey, Lynn, and thank you guys for the shares. I see we're only a couple minutes in and we have over 500 of you all. I appreciate it. We're going to carry on the tradition of going live each and every day for the year. If I mess up and not go live, it's because I worked on a pre-recorded video all day. So a new, fresh, exciting idea every single day. Yeah, so Joe's right. You can always spray them another color, but we just have so many grapevines, now that we carry them, that I figured maybe some of you guys would want them. All right, so this first comment I saw said traditional. So let's do a traditional bow. These loops are about 3.5, 4 inches. If you still need bow help, no worries. We have plenty more bow series coming your way. couple spring editions that we're going to be working on soon. And you guys, I'm so excited for the new order of supplies to come in. It's the biggest order for spring that we've placed. And we have some cascading greenery. So in the wreath community, you know, we're going to be designing a chandelier next week, a grapevine, or, well, I'm not going to tell you what frame we're going to use, but a chandelier with cascading flowers and greenery. And I cannot wait for that. So I know lots of you have been asking. The wreath community is currently closed, but we are opening up the end of March, early April. So that's something to look forward to with all of these cold months ahead of us. So that's 4 on this side. And that's 5 on that side. So we'll stop there. 5 on one side, 4 on the other. That'll give me the effect that I want. We already pre-cut those longer tails. And you know what's funny, you guys? I have never cut myself on camera. Knock on wood, I never do. But I've never done that. Actually, I take that back. I kind of cut myself a little bit. It was my very first Home Talk Live ever all those years ago. I was a junior in high school, and my adrenaline was rushing. I was panicky. I was nervous. And a steel pick got me. Maybe that's why I have a love-hate relationship with that machine. I haven't used it in months, so maybe we should take that here and put it to use. I feel bad. Even though it doesn't have a thought, it still makes me feel bad even for those inanimate objects, you know? I don't know. I'm just weird. Work in our bow. Tie it really, really tight from behind. That's how you keep them in place. If you lose a berry here, if you lose a spray here, thank you for sharing. Knock on wood. That's right, Edie. If you lose any of that stuff, it's fine. But if you lose your bow, I mean, kiss your design goodbye. If you're giving this to a friend, family member, customer, and the bow falls off, I feel like that's the last thing you want to happen. A couple little berries, that's fine. But you don't want your bows to come off. So make sure you tie those bad boys really tight from behind so you don't even have to worry about that. All right. How pretty is that? I mean, you could honestly call it a day with those 2 sprays and that bow, and you have something very pretty. Hey, Lisa. Yeah, it seems like lots of you guys want those free colored grapevines. You know, like Joe said, I could always paint them. I could always color them a different color. But I haven't spray painted a grapevine in months because it's so cold and snowy out. Maybe I'll do that this week. Actually, let me rephrase. Maybe I'll make Dad do that. So I completely forgot to tell you the item number of this ribbon. I think this ribbon is going in the mystery boxes. We opened all of the boxes today, and they'll be starting to get packed full of goodies tomorrow. RGA 1204FW, and it's a beautiful horizontal striped ribbon. So let's work in some of these. Item number of FN 160713. We had these in a couple colors. We had them in blue, yellow. I think what's left is just the pink. I could be mistaken, so you can always check out the site. And I want to thank you all so much for downloading our app. I didn't even know that you guys were getting notifications for it, but for Android users, in the Google Play Store, you can actually download our Nick Seasonal Decor app, which I'm so excited about. How cool is that? We're going to have an app in the App Store. So Apple's still a couple days away. Probably, I figure, early next week, they'll approve it, because of course they have to approve apps. They can't just have anybody make an app. And then everybody can shop that has smartphones. All right, so just taking some of these. Some have 3 stems, some have 4. Oh, thank you so much, and thank you for the stars. Lift it up, working a few around the sides. Lift up this side, place some towards the middle. So we have some really pretty flowers coming in, some really high quality flowers, and I can't wait to design with them. This is going to be the year that we use some great flowers. And I think we're going to have a colorful year this year too. I think we're going to, try something different, kind of stretch outside of my element and work in more color, because we typically like to keep things very simplified, which you'll still see tons of, I'm not going to lie. But let's add some pops every now and then. So that's about half the bush. Let's break down a few more pieces. Yes, so Thespina, you're right. If you have the apples, if you have an apple, that app will be probably released, I figure, early next week. Which is funny because the Apple Store said that they were quick to approve, and Androids said that it was going to take a little bit longer, but it was actually the opposite. All right, breaking down the rest of this. How was everybody's day? What'd you guys do today? Anything fun? We sent out all of your orders. Everything's been picked up. We planned some of the goodies we're going to throw into bargain boxes starting tomorrow. Can't wait to send those to you guys. Okay, I'll place that piece there. We have one final spray, which I'll just save. I don't want to use it in this. We can use it, later on. Wow, almost 2,000 stars. Thank you. Would love a mystery box. Yeah, so all you have to do is just text us. Whether you've texted us before or you're just texting us tonight, we're choosing everybody at random. So it could be any of you guys that sign up for that. All right, so we're going to use these. And these are my current favorite flower. We're going to take that leaf off and use it as well. But the item number for this is FS346909. And it's like a hydrangea snowball spray. What do you think of that? Lazy day, Amy? Nothing's better than that. Especially with the cold. Place a piece going uphill. Place another piece going downhill. Come on, work with me. Cut that a little bit shorter. And just lift up and work it in again. If you don't feel something hold on, don't just rely on the glue. You want to make sure that those stems are actually going deep into the heart of the design and not just sitting at the surface level. Here's one of those individual leaves. We'll just tuck it behind that loop. Work in a second spray. Anita would love a free mystery box. Yes, so just to recap, mystery boxes and bargain boxes are different. Bargain boxes can be any of the products that we, will be using within the next month or two, and current season or currently relevant products. And mystery boxes are just an eclectic bunch of goodies that we've had that I've bought from, let's say, like Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Joann's. Things that we've gotten on sale, things that we paid full price for. Just all of that stuff we've accumulated. So I was planning on this taking 3 sprays, but I think 2 sprays is going to be enough for this as well. So how many of you guys are waiting on a box to arrive from us? Let us know if you've ordered. If you haven't, no worries. Order from either your favorite, designers or favorite local craft stores. I'm here to motivate you and inspire you, and that's my main goal. We have another leaf, which I'll lift up and place there. We can take these longer tails and curl them. Thank you, Carla. Lots of hearts coming through. Thank you, guys. Who's been enjoying our nightly lives? I've enjoyed it too, because like we said last time we were doing lives every night, you get accustomed to it. And this was probably last summer where, friends would ask to hang out, and I'm like, I can't. I'll hang out after. I got to go live. Debbie received her order today. Thank you, Debbie, for your order. So that happened last year when I was in that groove of every night going live, and now I'm at that point where I feel the same way. I just enjoy it so much that I don't want to miss out. Okay, so we have some of these dollar store flowers. I don't know if I want to work those in. Got my order packed by Alex. Thank you. Yeah, Alex and Yaya were in the lead for this batch of orders. You know, those 600 orders that went out this week? Yaya and Alex just went to town. Dad boxed. You know, of course, I helped out too, so you might see my name on a few boxes as well. But Yaya, Dad, and Alex especially went crazy this week. But it's okay. They get to listen to their tunes. And the issue we've currently faced is Dad, you guys, gets into the groove of listening to the same song over and over and over again, which is fine if he's the only one that has to listen to it. But Alex is like, Dad, you got to change the song. Enough of it. Hi, Jean. I enjoy your live. So glad I found you. I am so glad you're here as well, Susan. So the only other thing that I think we could work in, which I think has enough, we have these dollar store flowers from a tutorial we did yesterday that if you missed, you can find on our website. On our Facebook. Or I have some of these ranunculus, which I like the flowers, but I'm not too keen on the leaves. You guys think we should work in some of these? Yay or nay? I mean, that looks pretty enough as it is. We have one more of these pink flowers, which let's just subdivide this up. That way we can place 3 pieces where we want them to be. So we'll just take this one apart. Hi, Adele. Place another leaf here. Or flower. And we have one more, which I think I'm going to stick underneath the bow as well. Right there where we see a lot of yellow, I'll just come back in with one of those. You guys think that's enough? Love as is. Thank you, Anita. I like that as is too. Know when to quit. Know when to stop. So that's something I just covered in a 101. I just wrapped it up actually. You know, knowing when to call it quits, knowing when to stop adding products, not only for budget, because something like this, let's say we price this at $109 or $119 or $129. If I came back in with a bush like this, that's only $3.49 and worked it in, I'd still be charging that same price. And if something doesn't give you that wow factor, or if something doesn't look like it's a necessity in a design, chances are you can get away without using it and saving it for something else. So something like this, I don't think is necessary, and I don't think it's going to add any value to our wreath. I think it'll just actually make it a little bit more busy than I'd like. So there's the finished product. How simple is that? So one 18-inch grapevine, we used 2 of those yellow sprays, 2 of the green snowball hydrangea sprays, 1 of this horizontal stripe ribbon, and 1 of those purple or pink foam and felt flowers. And that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Beautiful leave as is. Looks wonderful. Thank you guys for all the hearts. So as always, make sure to follow us on all social media. God forbid we lose our Facebook page. You guys know how I feel about that. We still want to continue to inspire you. So as I've said before, my main goal from day one and always will be is to inspire you, teach you, motivate you. You know, if you started your own business, you know, whatever the case may be, if I helped you get there or help you, you know, see something in a different light, I appreciate it, and that is my goal. And we just so happen to be able to offer some products to you guys now. So check out the back. Look at how nice and clean that is, if I do say so myself. Lots of times we have wreath community members ask why I don't clean up the back of my wreaths. And my answer has always been, I don't really have a need to. I'll just cut that pipe cleaner about 1/2 inch long. I want it long enough so that it doesn't fall off, and I want it long enough so I can poke it right back into the wreath, and that's the only thing I need to clean up. See the way I angled my stems? Yvonne says, please make another bow. Let's do it. Just for you, Yvonne, we'll make another bow. But let me know by a show of hands, do you guys want to see another spring bow tutorial, kind of a fast-paced or a slow-paced tutorial? If that's something you want to see, let me know. We shared one the other day that we made last year, but I think we can do better with some different combos, 2 or 3 ribbons, 4 ribbons, to really show you guys how to make a pretty bow. So we'll start with a funky bow. Actually, you know what we'll start with? It's a cut a length of ribbon. So if you still need bow help, let me know. That is what I'm here for. Doesn't matter, how long you've tried. That's what I'm here for. So we'll start with this. We haven't pinched it yet. We'll create about a 4-inch loop. We'll flip it over, create our next loop, and then pinch. Twist it, reverse it so that the back side is facing forward. Create your next loop. For this technique, you do want them similarly sized. Flip it over again, pinch. If you have to adjust, adjust. Notice my grip on this bow is not super tight. The reason for that is your hands will cramp, they will hurt, and I think it makes it a lot more difficult when you have your hands really gripping those loops together, because it's not going to fall, it's not going to fall out, and you're just doing damage over time. So 3 loops, about 4 inches or so. Now we'll come back in with 2 more loops on either side. These only have to be about 2 inches. Next one. And I see your orders coming through, you guys. Thank you so much. So right now our turnaround is either same day or next day. If you place it earlier enough in the day where you can box it, and before USPS, UPS, and FedEx arrive, it'll ship out. And if it's after, let's say like 2, 3 p.m., it'll go out the very next day. So I like having that quick turnaround. It's one of Dad's favorite things that we are able to do here. So I also created a little button loop. So let's twist it around a pipe cleaner. And without even fluffing it, I'd like to say that looks pretty good. But it's going to look better once you pull those loops apart. So we'll start with the 3 largest on either side. Like that. What do you think of that bow? Isn't that pretty? So the less thought you put into your bows, the better off they turn out. And I know when I speak, you guys, sometimes you're like, yeah, that's coming from somebody that makes so many bows a week. And that's somebody that's coming with so much practice. But all of the advice I give you is stuff that I wish I heard when I first started out. When I first started out, I was really particular. I try to make everything perfect. And over the years, I've learned from my mistakes. I learned from the trials that I've just put into my own designs. Things work, things don't work. And I'm just here to kind of shed the things I've learned over the years. So the more thought you put into it, the more higher aspirations you have for that bow, the less you're going to like it in the end. So if you just go for it, you can really wow yourselves and surprise yourselves. And this is just another bow technique. So if you wanted to do that instead of a traditional bow, I think that would look just as lovely. But let's dovetail these tails real quick before I let you all go. But in case you haven't texted me yet, you're missing out because we send a text every time we're live designing. So make sure you do that. So just dovetail them, fold them in half, cut from the middle towards the outside, and there you go. Super simple. Bow looks beautiful. Thank you, Karen. So again, thank you all so much for tuning in. Let me know if you've been enjoying these nightly lives. Your feedback pushes me and gives me drive and makes me want to, continue doing everything that we do. And I just enjoy it as it is. So it's just kind of an extra boost. That's how the wreath turned out. I'll take a picture of it. As always, our designs are available in our Etsy shop, the completed designs. All of these supplies are available at nickseasonaldecor.com. If you're an Android user, you can find the app in the Google Play Store. I think that's what that app store is called. I think. I'm not positive, but you can find it. So there we go. Have a great evening, you guys, and I'll see you all tomorrow night. Bye, everyone.